Hello everyone. So in today's video I'm going to show you the basic tools that you need to record your first demos. Okay, this is mainly for beginners. What I like to do, well, recently I've started recording demos for some new songs that I want to record. So the easiest thing to do is to grab a microphone and start recording on acoustic, but as I was doing it I thought, well, maybe I should document it and make a video for beginners that probably don't know where to start. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll start with what things you need, the basics. So for my basic setup, because it might be different depending what kind of music you do, but for me, to make demos, all I need to do is sing lyrics and play the guitar, and then I can add things later on top. Okay, so yes, the number one thing you need is your instrument. Okay, mine is the guitar, acoustic guitar. The next thing you're going to need is you need to capture the sound. So I recommend a microphone like this on a shock absorber stand, I think they're called. Anyway, I can put links to everything that I've got in the description in case I describe it wrong. But basically this is a condenser microphone, and when I set it up later I'll show you like what you can basically record demos with just one microphone. It'd be good if you had two, but for me, to be very basic for this, you can just get away with one. You can get these off Amazon, things like that. And right, so from this we need to go from the microphone into your recording device, which will be, for me, it's a computer. So and so you're going to need a DAW as well, a digital audio workstation. So I record into Logic. There are many other ones out there. I just use Logic. It's easy for me. So we need to get from this into the computer to record with Logic. So obviously you connect your microphone up with just a standard microphone cable. You can get these with a USB if you want to, but this one's just to a regular XLR format. From the XLR cable you go into this. So this is the next thing you need as a minimum, is a digital interface. So the microphone will go into here, and then from the back of here there will be a USB cable into your computer. And this basically, the advantages of these are they have sound cards built in, so it doesn't matter about your computer, the sound card is in here, so it'll make you sound, the preamps sound good. For me, that's why I use this. This is the Focusrite Scarlett 4i4. So I got the 4i4 because I wanted the option to have 4 inputs and 4 outputs. You have, I think they're called universal sockets, something like that. Basically you can put a regular guitar lead in, or you can put your microphone cable in. So there we go. And then from this you would go USB into the computer, then you would record into your DAW. Okay. A couple of optional items that you could do with. If you're going to be singing, then your voice creates a lot of p's and t's and t. So to help with that noise, you can use a pop shield. So when you position your microphone, you can put this on the mic stand in front. Oh, that reminds me. Not optional, but you could do with the mic stand. Yeah, doesn't matter the type, as long as you can hold the microphone. For my recordings, I hold the microphone halfway between my mouth and the acoustic. So if I held this acoustic here, I would be having my microphone, and I'll show this in a bit when I set up. I would have my microphone, instead of pointing at my voice or directly at the guitar, I'll have it just about halfway, something like that. So it captures both. The more voice you want, you move it up. The more guitar you want, you move it down. But the important bit is this bit of the microphone is pointing towards where you want it to be picked up. Right. We'll do that later. So, the mic stand. So back to optional things. if you like to make beats or basic drum patterns, I like to do that, but after I've recorded the acoustic. But if you want to play along to a click track or a metronome, I suggest you get something like this. This is a drum pad. So this just connects to your DAW. So in Logic I can bring up a drum kit, and either during or after I record I can add percussion or synthesizers, anything like that. So that's optional if that's what you're into. Another thing is, if you want to listen to what you've recorded, you can listen during recording or after. So sometimes I like to listen, if it's just me and the acoustic, I won't listen. I'll just press record, make sure the levels are good, and then I'll listen to it afterwards. But if you want to listen during your performance, I suggest you get a good pair of studio headphones. These are Sennheiser's HD518. They're just really good. I've had them for a few years now. No problem. Make sure you keep the adapter. This is so you can plug, if you want to, either directly into your computer, or there is a monitoring section here on the interface. So I like that because you can control the headphones independently. Right, so headphones, that's good. Oh, speaking of synths, if you like to do piano work or some synth work, you can use one of these MIDI keyboards. I say MIDI, USB keyboard. Old talk there. I like to have this next to my workstation, so I can just pull it out, plug it in with a USB, get playing. Job's a good one. Right. Another thing I like to have on me is the keyboard for the computer. So with my setup, I suggest you sit somewhere comfortable. So I choose my couch. I can just grab things, I can have stuff in front of me, and I can have the keyboard. Once I get it set up on my screen, the tracks, because we're only going to use one track to record, and that's just going to be the microphone. So what you can do is you can have the quick button set up, so I can have this on the table next to me, and all I have to do is just press record and then stop and then go back, delete, whatever you need to do. So I don't have to run there and back or have somebody with me. I can just have a wireless keyboard and press record and then get going. So and that's basically my setup for making a demo. Like I said, these are demos, so these aren't the finished version. These are just so if you have an idea, you can get it recorded. A lot of this stuff is basic, bare, stripped down version of what you'd be using to record. It's handy to have with you if an idea strikes. Oh, that also leads me on to ideas. So another thing to have with you to hand, books and a pen that fell. Books. If you have any lyrics, write lyrics down. If you have any books you want any inspiration from, you may give a read beforehand. I like to keep notebooks on all the projects I'm working on. Bigger lyrics book, in case you need to change the lyrics. As you record, things may change. You may have an idea, you may jot it down. So always have your books and lyrics to hand. And finally, as you're moving along, to give yourself a pat on the back or a job well done, I like to always have a nice coffee or something. Or if you're going to be singing, lots of water. It can never hurt. That's it. So I guess the next step is let's get it all set up. So I guess the first step is we need to get our microphone set up. Okay, so to do that, we grab our mic stand, and they should come with a thread. So on the end of the anti-shock stand for the microphone, there should be a thread. So it's as easy as, he says, we can undo this part of the microphone. He says, use my strong hand. Use my strong hand. Right, we can put the threads in. screw that in nice and tight. So your mic stand will have all sorts of screws on it, so you can keep things nice and tight. Okay, what we actually need to do is just turn this round, so I can do that. Oh, actually, one thing I didn't think of, I'll put the mic stand the other way, because, shock horror, I'm left-handed. And if I put the mic stand that way, it'll get in the way. So, now we need to do mic placement. So, like I said, I like to have it for the demos halfway between my voice and the guitar. So all we do is we grab the guitar, put it where we're going to play it, somewhere like this. Told you, left-handed. So now you imagine that your voice is going to go there, the guitar is going to go about here, so you want somewhere halfway. They're only demos, so it's okay. As you press record later, you might hear, you can do a demo take, and if you can hear more guitar than voice, then all you do is move the microphone down. But you want it to point directly at the middle, so it should catch some of your voice and the guitar, yeah? Right, so that's positioned, it's not going to fall over anywhere. So, let's fit the pop shield. So all we need it to be is a couple of centimeters away from the microphone. Ideally, it should be the equal distance between your chin and the microphone. But because I'm recording at a distance with voice and guitar, we can't do that. So all I do is just put the pop shield somewhere close. These are bendy and movable, so just bear with it. Right there. That's good. So this should pick up any p or t or t that come through when you say syllables, okay? Helps to tune up. That'll do. That'll do. They're only demos. Ideally use a tuner. Not for now. We're doing the quick route. Alright. So, we'll lay you there. Oh, don't kill the orchid. Right, you go there. Now, next step. You need to get from the microphone to the interface. So on the bottom of the microphone, there will be a connection for that cable. What I like to do is wrap it around the mic stand a little bit, just so if you accidentally pull on the cable, you don't pull the mic stand, the microphone, or knock it over. I'll wrap that around a few times. Now I can go from here, because I've got a 6-meter cable. I can go from where I'm sat now all the way over to my computer over there. Hang on, let's untangle it. That's the issues, isn't it? There, untangled. Right. Now let's put that round a few times. There we go. Right, that'll do. Speed this bit up. Right, take this and we're going to go and put it into our interface. So, see you over there. So, if you can see, I've got my digital interface here. I've got my DAW open, I'm using Logic. I've got the project open because I'm only going to be recording the microphone and adding a couple of instruments, synths and drums afterwards. I'll only end up with, for the whole project, maybe 30 tracks, which is more than capable on Logic. Basically between 1 and 4 tracks per song. I just have them all in the same project. So, this is the easy bit. Take the other end of your XLR cable and put it into input 1. There we go. And that's it. The condenser microphone is, it needs to run on what's called phantom power. So there should be a switch on here that says 48 volts. Press that, the light comes on, and it all comes alive. Okay? Once the door's on, we can make a new track. So all I'm going to do is just duplicate a track I've already got, and then we're just going to set the levels up. You need enough level just to have a good green reading. On the Focusrite, it actually gives you color indicators to tell you if you've got a good enough signal, or if you're peaking, you're going over that. So all we need to do is look here, move the volume as we play to make sure it turns green. This is my voice. So can you see when I talk into the microphone or I play guitar, there's a signal coming through and it's green? Green is good enough. Green means it's an enough amount of headroom in the signal that we can boost it later using compressors or limiters or something. You can do that in the DAW, okay? So what we're going to do is, if you want to play one of your songs, keep an eye on the level and just make sure it doesn't peak throughout the song. I still don't know what it means to be you, no, now. Still don't know what it means to be you, oh, now. So yeah, so we didn't peak at all, so that's pretty good. So we can keep it at that. Probably go a bit higher. So I just had a little listen back, and there's a bit more guitar than voice, but I think we're about there. So now it's time to actually try and record a demo. So like I said, you should have with you some lyrics, maybe a song in mind. Doesn't matter if you make a mistake, you can just try again. Then what I have my wireless keyboard with me, armed. The track is armed and ready. I just press record, and then I get singing. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go through one of my songs that I've written. You're going to hear me sing it live with the microphone on the phone, and then what I'll do is I'll get the audio later and I'll sync it back up to the video, and you can hear a comparison, okay, between using the camera microphone and using a condenser microphone with the recording software. You'll hear a noise in the background. That's my air conditioning. It's just started to be summer here, so it's like 25-30 degrees Celsius in the daytime, so I need the air conditioning. Anyway, let's have a go. Let's have an attempt at recording. Okay, let's have a go at recording a demo for a song. So just acoustic and voice. Let me press record. Right, we're ready. Still don't know what it means to be you, no, now. I still don't know what it means to be you, no, now. You've got the weight of the world on your shoulders, and you take it well, even though it's hell. When everything is turned upside down, you hardly make a frown, turn your life around. I still don't know what it means to be you, no. I still don't know what it means to be you, no, now.
there's no place to hide. I sometimes wanna run far away, but then the symmetry, connectivity, I still don't know what it means to be you.
So now we can hear back what we just played. So you can take your headphones, take off the adapter. Here we have a output I should say, for the headphones, which is separate and it's controlled by this here. We put the headphones on and then we can go back to the beginning and we can press play and have a listen. So there we have it. That's how you do a basic demo recording. So I've done about 8 of these already. Like I said, I thought I'd document how I do it, especially if you're a beginner. Maybe this might help. I've got 2 more to do. I'm planning on doing 10 songs at least. The good thing about demos are when you make a demo, it's roughly the size of the song. So if you have an idea in mind, if you want to do an album and you need, say, 35 minutes of material or 40 minutes, then you record all your demos, you can roughly see how long they are, and you can decide, do I need to make another song? Do I need to cut a song? Artistic choice, yeah? Do the songs flow, don't they flow? But anyway, so our task for today is done. I've shown you how to set up a basic demo. So all that's required is a nice cup of coffee, pat on the back, celebrate a job well done. So cheers, see you next time. Oh yeah, comment, subscribe, like. Ciao for now.